good morning, everyone. Martin, hello. I saw your message. You're trying to stay top 400, and I hope you do stay top 400, Martin. Hope so. Okay. So, last hour of the competition. Making a bunch of hot cocoa. I'm actually making 163 per hour. So it's about the same as my practice run. Practice run was doing 165 per hour. Looks like I am rank 38, so I am in the top 50. That's kind of what I thought I was gonna get. I thought I was gonna be somewhere around the 30 to 35 range, but it looks like I'll be around the 35 to 40 range. But I'll take it. Either way, it's top 50. They already paid me the prize, so I don't have to wait for them to pay me it. Oh boy, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a couple questions about that. Right, I have the town hall pulled up. It starts in like 5 minutes, so I am gonna listen to that. We'll find out exactly what happened. I'm also on my phone because I have Eternal Paradox running on here. There's a pretty good event happening that ends in 5 minutes. I have a double upgrade building event, if you know what that means. But if you don't, it's okay. Don't worry. I don't think I made any changes to this, so it's exactly the same as when I ended the stream. Oh, and this little change that I did make while I was streaming, that the first day of the competition, I added these 3 windmills making sugar. Normally, those were supposed to be paved roads. I really don't think it made a difference because my production rate is pretty much the same. If anything, it reduced my production rate by 1 per hour. So, see, sometimes maybe it was something else, you know, but I still don't think I'm making enough sugar for everything. Yeah, I need to make more sugar if I want a higher production rate. But it's cool. Maybe I'm overproducing chocolate too. Who knows? Who knows? I'm like, either way, it's going to be top 50, so I'm not going to mess too much with it. Martin says, this one is not easy. Still not sure what I did to be as good as you're upgraded. Yeah, you're right. Martin got 2 times 250 Gala. One, I understand. Not sure what you mean by that. Well, it seems like they paid people out twice, which I'm pretty sure is not intended. And it's not the first time that's happened. It happened during Mayhem last year, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that was 2 days ago. Kenny P, hello. Or you're not using the Halloween NFTs? I don't have the full set, Kenny. I was actually borrowing the full set. The only ones I have are the House of Laughs, which I guess would have helped a little, right? A little bit. And the spooky, well, here it is. The go round, spooky go round. That doesn't help in this situation. So yeah, that's why I'm not using them. If I had the full set, it would have been useful, I guess. Either way, I still think I would have gotten top 50. Right. I did add the new craft to the Townstar playbook already. Mocha coffee craft requires 5 coffee beans, 1 hot chocolate, 1 chocolate bar, and 1 water. I believe that's the only new craft. So yeah, we're just gonna wait on the town hall and we'll find out. They'll give us answers, right? They have to. In the meantime, let me check Eternal Paradox for like 2 minutes because I do want to upgrade 1 more building. If I have enough resources to do so anyways. Not sure if I do. Oh, looks like it's starting any minute now. Ah, I'm not gonna make top 5, but that's alright. That is alright. Yep. Too broke on resources. Alright. Oh, let me turn off the background music. Hey, it's the purple pop song. Okay, guys, today we're gonna find out how to make a mocha coffee. Right? The team will tell us how it's made. Thought I would have started by now. Oh, it's about to. No free lunch. Hello. Oh, mocha. I thought coffee choco, or is that the same? This is the same thing. Pardon. Yeah. I don't think the carnival would have helped you with your sugar problem, Martin. Because I think that was my problem too. I wasn't making enough sugar to try to get a higher rate. Andrew Conley, hello. Good morning, Ultimate Acid.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, Farmer Michelle.
trophy.
How are you?
Happy Friday, Volcron. Good.
Oh, oh my God.
That wasn't
Thank
me.
you, Mystery Paul Gnome.
That was Paul.
Well, welcome everybody. This is our weekly town hall. We've been doing it for about a year and a half.
Maker.
And
Hey, Marleroy, hello.
This is for January 26th, 2024. If you are on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. We get questions like, hey, how do I know when you're going live? That's one of the ways you can know. And we are available for text chat. If you prefer text or don't do hearing, then we are in Discord. So check out our CGW-discussion channel on the Gala Discord. Good morning. Let's see who we got today. We got, of course, Dub and NLO, maybe some Gym Guild members. Let's see. Edie Lugs,
TSM in there.
O-Town's there too.
TSM.
You forgot to say O-Town's name.
BTB.
All
the guilds.
You
already said my name, Volcron.
Nice. Look at all these animated images. We got one Todd Gent. How's it going? Gent. And Ed's Dream. Oh, BTB. Nice. Yeah, we had a fair amount of ahead of the time questions this week, which we'll get to near the end of the show here.
Ahead of the time question.
And yeah, so I guess let's make sure that you share this video with your friends.
Update soon. I mean, hopefully it's the end of the month.
And if you have a strategy you think is awesome, share that with your friends or whatever. And if they think they can do better,
new NFT.
So let's see. Where are these? So we do these weekly questions near the end or before the sales, but where do those questions come from, Michelle?
They come right from the forum. I share it. I try to share it every Wednesday in the announcement channel here in the Discord. I'll put it in the chat again right here in case anyone has any last minute questions. I'll try to check it when we get closer to the end of the town hall, get to the AMA portion. But you can always throw questions in there all week. You can find it in the announcement channel if you search or scroll up a couple. It's usually not too deep in the announcements. But yeah, throw a question in there at any point, and when we do our prep meeting for this town hall, we gather the entire
Not
list of
just new
questions and
sales.
discuss all the
It's
answers
always a
together
new
so we get good
sale.
answers for everybody.
Nice.
We know.
Yeah, it's always good. It's always a mix of like feature requests and questions about some of the tech, and of course there's a bug report every now and then. But overall, I think the last few weeks' sentiment has been really nice. It's been really interesting to hear people's ideas. So yeah, definitely fill that out. Farmer Michelle just linked it in Discord right above Krabs's animated image there.
Yeah, crabs.
And let's go straight into headlines. Straight-ish. What do you say, Michelle?
Let's do it. I think our first headline is still just the light paper, which I think has made it through Bitbender's hands now and is officially just in legal's hands. So all we need is legal
light
approval,
paper.
and then we will have a copy to share with everybody.
So like,
I did get a copy sent to me. I haven't read it yet. I just got it the other day, but it is there and it is pretty close now.
wow,
So
Farmer Michelle, you should read it.
hopefully very, very soon
I
you
would-
all will have a copy
I
of
would
that
love
as
to
well,
read
and
it.
I know that you're going to be very excited to see it when it does come out.
Actually,
Nice.
maybe
Yeah.
I did read it
A lot of
already.
work goes into that, right?
No, I'm just kidding.
So,
Yes.
I shouldn't joke
well,
about
social
that.
media update. We normally have Ninja
Rachel,
Surprise.
good
doing
morning.
that. Do you have any info about Zeely or
Alina,
anything like
good
that
morning.
to share, Michelle, or are we going to just paste that in later?
I don't think he had any big
Yeah, Martin,
updates.
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
if there's anything about
I
any
thought
new
it was there
quests or
already, too.
anything out there. You all are probably more in touch with the Zeely stuff than I am. So
Oh shoot,
if there's
Zeely.
anything new, make sure you let your friends know in the Discord so they can go check out Zeely and grab all those new quests. I know we send out rewards monthly for top quest people, so it's a good way to get some extra NFT rewards.
Nice. And any warnings out there for our players or maybe new players?
Yes,
People
they
new to
say-
Yeah.
crypto?
Always the same. Just be careful of the scammers out there. I know they're out there. There's people pretending to be mods, people pretending to be Gala Games staff.
Yeah, B-Rob, this might be the
If
light
they're sending
paper
you a
for the
direct
light
message
paper.
in Discord, they are definitely not official staff. Always double verify in Discord. If someone's name says Farmer Michelle and they've sent you a message, you can tag me in the public chat and I will let you know that it's not me.
Can you
'Cause I
guys
don't
hear
send
it
direct
okay? It's
messages
not
out
at
to
full
people.
volume.
Thank you for
Definitely
that.
never give out your seed phrase. Don't click on any links that anyone sends you in any direct messages. Be careful of Google links also. If you're just Googling Gala Games, make sure that you're on the official website.
I would even say if
Okay,
you get
cool.
if you get a DM from one of us and it's a link and you don't understand why you're getting that link, don't click on that.
Do not.
It should.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah. Always got to be vigilant, right? And it's not just crypto;
Mhm.
it's any online behavior. So.
Yep.
Game updates. Let's do
do it.
features. Yeah. Guilds is a big one. We got that for this quarter coming out. And anybody who's seen our roadmap or what we've talked about before, this year, the three big things are guilds, followed by earnings, which people have been saying win earnings, followed by earnings at the end of Q2, and then after that, upgradable NFTs. That's our big stuff for this year. There'll probably be, of course, other things. But talking about guilds, this week, we were adding some badges. Your guild is you're going to be able to customize it. Like, here's my
Sounds cool.
acronym or initialism, TSM, NLO, etc. There's that, but you're also going to have a prepackaged image.
Mhm.
We don't want to let people upload their own images just yet because other
That's
players
fine.
can see those and internet. So got the badges in there, got the guild invites modal. There's different behaviors. So like if you're super popular and you have 2 or more invites, you're going to see a different flow than somebody who just has 1. And of course, the permissions, we had to iron out a little bit about what roles in the guild can do different things. So if you're the owner, if you own a Townstar NFT, we still call those NFTs Townstar, by the way. If you own a Townstar NFT, that makes you eligible to be an owner. If you're an owner, you can do anything to the guild. Get rid of it, invite people, whatever. Then you have officers, and then you have members. So
So there will
laying out
be
those permissions
officers.
a bit.
Okay.
And
Like Eternal
of course, the invites
Paradox's
and the
guild.
UI and the back end, all that good stuff. So that's coming along nicely. Did a little bit of back-end investigation into our systems for earnings. As many of the players know, on Play Canvas, we had a nightly earnings thing, and you had to log into the game. Of course, you had to be playing it and click, all right, I've completed my challenge and all that. So we were just reviewing like the current state of things. So that's good. And for as far as features for validations and data work, we built an internal tool. It's going live, or the data for it actually went live last Friday, but it's continuing to go live. It's been a bit of a test week for it.
Thanks, Richie.
Why does this matter to a town hall? Well, you'll probably notice that a lot of the bugs are things like, hey, this unit doesn't deliver, this commodity to this building, or this craft requires blah and it's not supposed to. So those are all data bugs. They're not programming bugs. And a tool that we've built has a better way for the game designers to look at that data. So it grew out of a need, and it's looking pretty promising. So we'll see how that goes. We should see fewer data bugs once this goes live. Everybody happy. Let's see. Quote from Lazy Lumberjack, jokes on the win earnings people. They are not here to hear about the earnings. I think I know what you're saying. Martin. Salma says, what happened with Musashi? Is he not on the team anymore? What you think Farmer Michelle and I can't carry, like, we need Musashi? Salma.
We're not good enough for you, just the two of us?
He's still here. No, he's helping out on other projects internally. But yeah, he's definitely still here. I see him in meetings every day. So Yep, still very involved in the game. He's still my boss. So so let's see what else. Oh, and validating. There's, for anybody who doesn't know, like the internals, right? We're a game team, so we make the game.
I wonder
and as
how
part
Mark,
of that, we
Mark is
consume
doing
data from other resources at Gala, like the NFT definitions. And
SageMaker.
Because we're all humans, sometimes people make mistakes. So this week we've added a little more validating at the NFT layer, at the definition of it, right? When we're defining new ones. And that'll help with a couple of things for new NFTs as they come out. And let's see. Live question. Dubstep. How's Mark doing? Oh, I was chatting with him yesterday. He's good. Yeah. I mean, he has a larger scope now, right? So he's over all kinds of stuff here at Gala. But yeah, he meets with Musashi often. So yeah, he's still involved. Still loves our game. I don't want to say we're his favorite team, but since he's not here to argue or to say defend the other teams, I'm just going to say we're the best team in the world. Anyway, so fixes.
Yeah, this probably isn't his favorite game. But
6 here. Craft time increased instead of decreased when the Miranda skins are
I wonder
applied.
what his favorite game is then.
Not intentional.
In the Gala Games network.
And the big one is our network manager that I mentioned every week for like 6 or more weeks now.
Yeah.
This is going live. It's made it through QA. This is a serious thing, like serious piece of tech. So we added a switch. So if something wacky happens in live that we didn't catch over the past 6 weeks of testing, we'll be able to turn it off. And that is just our safety switch, but we have confidence that it's going to go well. And you might be wondering, what the heck is that? Okay. Well, Godot ships with some limitations on networking. That's all it means. So please fix this name, Volcron.
Oh, the brewing hot cocoa.
Brewing hot cocoa.
Yeah, the milk. This thing, the name of the hot cocoa. That's not correct. Shouldn't be named brewing hot cocoa.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, interesting. We're doing more Z-fighting fixes. Occasionally, artists will create a building or a unit that's a couple pixels too low, and adding road requirements to the barista, one of the NFTs, I want to say. And there were some hasty barista blueprints that were linked to the wrong rarity. Sorry about that. Quick fix. And the other big functional fix you guys might be interested in is toward fast forward. People have a couple questions about that every week. This one was, let's say the competition ends at
Oh yeah,
10
Martin, you said
a.m.
your name,
time,
but I didn't know if you asked a
and
question or
you
anything
start
because
your
he didn't
fast
say
forward
anything else.
at 9:58 a.m. You're going to get credit all the way for all the time you were offline, plus those 2 minutes.
Yeah, he said this before.
And there were
Yeah.
a couple cases where people were able to get a little more time in fast forward than they deserved,
Mhm.
or than was fair to other players. So that's been fixed.
Yeah,
And
it's
I
been
think that's
fixed.
it
That sounds like a
for
really bad bug, though.
fixes and features. Let me see. What is the first Q&A? The prepackaged Q&A, the ones that came in on the forum, Michelle.
Let's see here. It says, that's such a long question. Why is there such a difference between casual and comp server? On casual server, my lumberyard was always full of lumber. It would get some wood on login because all workers start from their houses at the same time, but would get filled with lumber relatively fast. So ATVs would work on feed cows, but on competition server, the same layout, my lumberyard would always have some wood in it, distracting ATVs and lowering my milk rate. I had to remove one of my loggers and get rid of the extra wood. The difference in milk rate without changing anything was more than 40 per hour. Thank you for the very detailed question.
Yes.
They probably
it
had a
is
bug
the
like I
same
did
data
with a
set. Here, did you
windmill or
want to take
something,
the answer to that one?
No, go for it. Go
or
for
a
it.
mine. One of their
It
mines
is the
stopped
same
working.
data,
Maybe
so both the
I don't
servers
know.
should run the same. But because there's so many variables in each game, even just depending on like when you open it and
Yeah, her
when you close it
mic's
and where everybody is
kinda
at each
scruffy.
time, anything could happen. Where like if you were to get one wood in your lumber yard at some point in time when you were building a building, or you just ended up with one extra on the casual server versus on the competition server, that could throw the whole balance off if you don't flush it if you don't want it. And it that one wood in your lumber yard will slow the ATVs down because then they'll go try to grab it, and that'll end up resulting in more wood gathering up inside your lumber yard just because that one was already there. So even though it's the exact same data set, the game's not going to run exactly the same because there's too many variables, unless you're like using a bot to build it at the exact same rate and making sure that you refresh it and close it at the exact same second timestamps in both of them. It's not going to be the same. There's just
Yeah,
too
but
many
it shouldn't be
variables
that
in
big of a
gameplay.
difference.
It could be
It's
something
gotta
as
be
simple as
something
you
else.
upgraded a road 15 minutes later in one
Sandula, hello.
server versus on the other server, and that could make a total difference in things getting stored in storages at certain times, and then
Mm-hmm.
cause variables between the two different
It's
servers.
usually not that big of a difference.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for that detailed answer. Next
But who
question is a
knows?
feature
Maybe
request.
I'm wrong. Maybe it's a bug I've never experienced.
This is kind of more of
before.
a strategy. Let me know what you think about this one, Michelle. Can we assign main tasks to workers? For example, farm tractor or farmhouse A to assault field first and cornfield second,
I like that
and
mechanic.
then sugarcane
assigning a
first
main
on
task.
a different farmer. So setting priority per building.
Yeah.
What do you
that'd be
think
cool.
about that?
I think for a competitive player, that's a cool idea. I think it's a little too much for the casual game. I don't think people need all that much control for like a casual farming game. But I know that
Nah,
we
trust
got
me.
a lot of
It's a
players
competitive
who love
farming.
to micromanage their towns down to the tiniest little details.
Yeah.
And would love that kind of a feature. I think we had previously talked about having like a tech tree
Oh, you didn't
type of
understand the
thing, if you
question.
will, for like upgrading NFTs. If we were to release
Oh,
like
that is
a
too big brain for
basic
them.
level
Yeah.
farmer NFT at level 1, and you could upgrade it and customize it so that it would specialize in salt or something. I think that would be a super cool way to do it. We're just now getting into upgradable NFTs and all of the
guess,
possibilities
yeah.
that exist
One
there.
way they
So
could do it.
I wouldn't rule anything like that out, but I also wouldn't promise that either. I just think it's a super cool idea personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be really neat to give them specializations like in a talent tree or something.
Yeah,
like
Martin,
seen
it's just
some
like telling a
RPGs.
specific farmer to only harvest brine, for example.
Next question.
That's what they meant.
Oh, when is the next guild competition? That is after
This
the
year.
guild feature goes live.
Yeah, I knew it.
So-
I knew who was going to say that.
There you go.
This
we did
year
it before,
or after the feature goes live.
Kind of like as a fun thing, just like everybody.
I'm looking
compete,
forward
and then
to
we
it,
made those
though.
cool in-game trophies.
Hopefully it works well.
I think it's awesome. Let's see. Next one is a bug. Oh, yeah.
ATV bug?
Okay, so would you delegate somebody to tackling the
Okay.
infamous paved road bug?
The
To
paved
anybody
road
who's listening
bug.
who might know this,
Yes.
the short of it is, if you are upgrading a road from dirt to paved,
Mhm.
and there's a proximity effect touching that road, like your Noir Hero or anything, when you remove that, let's say the NFT, then your paved road no longer has requirements. It's a bug, right? The data gets borked. So yeah, I reproduced that personally last night, and so one of our QA peoples, and so we're looking into it. Should be a pretty easy fix.
Okay, I thought it was something else.
Let's see. Next question's for you, Farmer Michelle. This is, instead of removing vanilla meta, could we just bring the voted meta to be on par with the stacked boxes for that week? This way, everyone could do any meta instead of being forced to do just one.
Let me try to digest this question here. So, what you're asking for is there to not be vanilla metas anymore, which I do believe we said we're going to go away from. We're probably going to have votes, and people will vote what
They
to
should
do
just vote
for the metas.
on the meta.
There'll probably just be a few options each week, so that we can get the prep work done in advance, because we tend to plan pretty far ahead.
Mhm.
But I don't believe that the plan is to do just standard, like, anything goes anymore. So that should be gone. I don't know that we would ever just put the voted meta up to being even with stack boxes. That's just
It would be
the
impossible to
amount of
balance that. That's what the captain said on Discord,
variables, I
and
guess,
agree.
again, are just so
Just
great
make
to
it a
try
vote.
to make something equal and on par, like two crafts, because there's just such a
Hey
big
now, morning.
variety of ranges that people
Nah,
can
they
get
haven't
between
talked about
owning NFTs
earnings.
and not owning NFTs, and different setups and
Not
experience
anything new
level.
anyways.
The end results and rates are just the gap from top to bottom is very big. So it's basically impossible to make them on par with each other. There's really no way to do that.
Sweet
we
dude.
can work
He's
on
saying
getting as close
Michelle's
as we
taking my
can,
money.
but
Oh, no.
it's never going to be perfect. There's no way to do that.
It's not...
Oh. Okay, makes sense. What do you think about ice cups, Farmer Michelle?
I saw this question, and I am honestly curious
cups.
what is an ice cup, because
I don't know
I
what that is
don't
either.
often drink out of cups that are made of ice. I don't know what else an ice cup would be.
Yeah, maybe it's like that hotel where like the bed and the walls and everything are made out of ice.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are cool.
That
I've
would
never
be
seen
neat.
one in person,
Ice cup.
but they are cool. I don't know why we would have an ice
Why
cup.
are they talking
Yeah,
about an
maybe
ice
for
cup?
the next question, which was, when Chardonnay in ice bottles?
It's another
Oh, okay.
strange one. I'm not sure what an ice bottle is. I feel like that would water down your wine a bit, wouldn't it?
Nah,
Yeah.
I prefer wine bottles.
Well, we got a lot of questions about that. And today I learned that there are such things as clay wine bottles, because somebody was asking about that. Okay. Yeah, we don't have the wins on that stuff, guys. So we tell you kind of in each week what's coming up next, right? We don't necessarily want to share
Yeah, it would be dirt
months ahead the
earnings
NFTs,
rich.
do we?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
It's
I'm
gonna be
jump
like
down
E
to,
time and Eternal
Is there
Paradox.
gonna be? This one's for another one for you, Michelle. Is there gonna be any other earning options other than NFT earnings or via competitions?
There will be.
I don't believe so. I mean, there's always
What?
Zeely. That's another way to earn.
No, they said there will be.
I know sometimes we do other
the other one
random
that I
events
think
and
might have to
things
do
like
with
we did for
referrals
May
or
Mayhem,
something.
where it wasn't specifically NFT earning and it wasn't like competition rank. That was kind of competition rank based. But those are other ways to earn when we do those events. They don't happen all the time. But for now, it'll just be NFT earning with earning NFTs via completing the daily challenges and competition-based earnings for ranking at a certain level.
Yeah, I thought something else was mentioned.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna ask about it. I do remember them saying something about
and if you guys
some
have
other way to
ideas
earn.
on, I would like, I have this fair idea on how earnings could happen. I mean, submit it in the form.
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, sweet dude, that's a lot of fun.
Let's see.
You
Somebody
really hate him,
said,
huh?
please give us solid update on earnings. Well, over a year since earnings were halted.
We want an
Yeah,
exact
Michelle
date,
has
but
the roadmap
they don't even
pinned,
really know.
and
That's
it's
the
been there for a
problem.
while. So
All they
they're
can do
slated
is just
for
keep working on it.
Q2 of this year.
Yes, they are. We
Q2,
pinned that on December 8th,
which
so it's been there.
when does
you just have
Q2
to look
end?
for
Let
it
me look it up
to
'cause
find
I
it, or
forget.
ask, and someone could tell you.
When does quarter 2 end?
Let's see. Oh, here was a feature request. Basically, it's a long question, but basically, people are asking for
June, end of June.
We get a
That's when
tech
quarter
tree
2 ends.
for crafting. So, like, if I want to make gasoline, what all other crafts feed into that? I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
That
I
would
would
help new
love to
users
see
as
that
well.
kind of stuff in the game.
That's because like in love
We
saying that,
definitely need to
Martin.
work on getting more of that type of information because there are new players coming in
Well,
now.
the roadmap
I have
did
some
say
new
this
people in
year,
the
no
Discord,
free
so
lunch.
welcome anybody who's new, who's not been to our town hall before. It's nice to have you here. Welcome to the community. There are some good community resources out there. The Dubsteps Playbook is a great resource for anybody who is looking for information about
Thank you
the game.
for Michelle.
He
That's
spent
right.
a ton of time putting that together. I'm
It's
sure
the Town
it
Star
is
Playbook,
an absolutely fantastic community-made
Thank
resource.
you. Thank you.
There's a couple of other ones that are in
Appreciate
the FAQ channel right here in the Discord. It's one channel above the discussion channel if you're looking at Discord currently. There's some other resources and stuff in there. I think Tofu had made a guide that had some nice tech trees in it.
Yeah.
That does come in handy as well. We've also got the Discord bot commands. If you're right inside Discord and you're looking for how to craft a good, it's just an exclamation mark, the letters TS, and then whatever the good's name is. Like if it's cocoa, just exclamation mark TS cocoa, and it'll print you out with a bot command result of what the ingredients are for it, where it's stored, and what it's made by, if it's made in a crafting building.
Dub.
But definitely inside the game, we need
I find it funny how people call it the
some more information
Dubstep
so that people
Rock
don't have to
Playbook.
leave the game.
I never called it that, but okay, I'll take it.
Silky has a question. What is this? Is that another social media
I
sign
remember Ben used to call it the Town Star Bible.
To, Silky. So
I think it was Ben that
know.
called it that.
And in response to this tech tree, there was a comment about, "Hey, check out the
I don't
Civ
know
games from Jetty."
but hopefully in the
I love
near
Civ.
future.
I think last one I played that was Call to Power. But,
Actually, let me ask.
I'll check out their tech tree. I'm on their wiki right now. So good idea. Let's jump down. Okay, they asked about.
Let me copy your question.
How can we watch the Common Ground World film? Well, let me link you straight to it. It's in Discord. It's commongroundfilm.org. Pretty easy.
I haven't seen the
And that's
film.
it for the prepackaged. The submitted.
If it's free, I'll watch it.
Until last
that's
night
about the only way, honestly. At least right now.
Some live Q&A here. Off of Discord.
We'll see if anyone's got any questions. No free lunch. You're doing a question mark instead of an exclamation mark. I'm not sure what you're trying to do. There is no ice mocha, but that doesn't mean that there won't be ice mocha at some point. We do have ice blocks, and we now have coffee.
So they are thinking about.
I don't think the mocha one's there yet, Volground. I see you trying.
Yeah, I'm trying to help them out there. Their little bot. Cool. Okay, so we got tech tree questions. Let me scroll up a little bit here. One person says, "I miss jewelry." The next says, "No, I don't miss jewelry."
I miss jewelry,
any updates
guys.
on auto fast
I want jewelry to come
towns?
back.
Yeah, Jetty. That's part of our. So
the new craft is mocha coffee.
Since I'm the nerd, I'll give you the nerd answer. We don't like. Some people think, "Oh, you're just running the server, 24/7, and my town is running the whole time. I'm not online." That's not true.
My Discord
that would be very expensive. That's why we fast forward. Because what if somebody never comes back to their town, right? So, the short answer is that requires a backend change, not a big one, but it kind of rides on a bunch of infrastructure that we're still putting through the proof of concept. So that is a work in progress. If I do an indie movie named Townstar, will you partner with me?
I thought that was funny.
I'll ask.
Oh, when are we
I would love
crafting the
to see a
playbook,
movie
Martin?
named Townstar if you're gonna make a movie.
It's a joke.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think we'll ever craft it in the game.
I got Napoleon Dynamite vibes out of what that might be. Oh man. When Blue Steel again?
I do enjoy making blue steel.
When Red Steel.
That was one of my favorite things to make back when we were always playing as guilds. I enjoyed blue steel. Maybe I'll see if I can get us a blue steel meta sometime soon. We'll get it as one of the first options when we start voting. I see Lexel has a question about if we addressed the double payout already.
Oh,
The
yeah.
answer to that is no. I did ask the team yesterday what they were going to do about it, and no decision has been made yet. So I will try to get an answer later today and let you all know. We certainly can't take them back out of your wallet. I don't know if the plan is to just, let it go and proceed on as normal, or if we're going to try to keep track and
That would be
remove them
awesome,
from
but
future rewards like we did during
nah.
May Mayhem when those
They're-
double rewards went out.
yeah.
But as soon as I find out what the team is going to do,
Okay, they don't know
And it
for
gets
sure,
approved by
guys.
legal.
It's not official. Legal
Then I'll
has
let you
to
guys
approve
know.
it.
everything takes a little bit of extra time these days with legal.
Legal.
Yep. Let's see. Other questions about metas.
Everyone's saying, let it go. It never happened. What double payout? Yeah, right? I don't know. Who mentioned double payout? What is...
I see somebody asking about ice wine. I don't ever put ice inside my wine. I know wine is usually chilled, white wine, but I don't ever put ice inside my wine. I don't know. I don't know about ice wine.
Crab is asking, when do we get to choose between different biomes? You're right. That wouldn't be necessarily very hard. We want to get our whole data process down. We want to make sure that we're not releasing data bugs anymore, that our biomes are in a good way that we can... I don't want to give away our back end or whatever, but no system is perfect and everything needs fixed up as it goes. And we just got to do a little in-house cleaning before we can do that. And there's the possibility that it might tie into ownership a little bit as well. Like if you own, certain NFTs, that might grant you access to different biomes that
land
other
NFTs
wouldn't.
That's exactly what he's talking about. Land
bit of a
NFTs.
non-answer there, I admit, but that's how it is. So yeah, it sounds like it's not a big feature, but there's a lot kind of riding on it.
It was something that was talked about last year, as far as I remember.
Chill Chardonnay keeps coming up, man. Ice wine.
Ice wine is the same as regular wine, just made from frozen grapes. So it's really just wine.
Yeah.
It's expensive wine because the grapes got frozen for a second first. It sounds like a mistake that someone
Land
made at some point
NFTs
in
would be
time
kind of unbalanced.
and then just decided to make
so-
it specialty and charge extra money for it.
It's a dessert wine.
Balance
Land
doesn't matter in this game,
NFTs.
right?
Dubstep, were you on the AMA like a year ago?
Yeah.
Where I showed the little L-shaped town?
Yeah,
that
I was.
kind of part of it. We're talking about, okay,
That's
everybody
why
gets a
I'm-
town
that's
of a
why I
certain
mentioned it.
size, a square,
Okron.
right? And we may eventually sell plots of land that extend your town. That's kind of a nice feature.
Crabs,
We'll
it's
see.
coming. We'll see. It's gonna happen, Crabs. Whether it's gonna be $200
Got any
or
other live questions out
2,000,
there,
I have
guys?
no idea.
Yeah,
You don't have to buy, guys. Of course,
some
don't
animated images.
do your own
Everybody
financial
loves a good gift.
decisions.
All right, let's move on then here. What do we
All right,
have?
I'm just happy the
next
double payout
competition,
happened
I
when
already
I got top
shared it
10
on
highest
Leaky
finish.
Wednesday, is
Nice.
the mocha coffee. The ingredients for mocha coffee are...
Oh, it's coming now for
lose
lunch.
it. Have to scroll up
100%.
and find it.
Maybe not this year, but maybe next year.
Let's see here.
I don't even think it's a bad thing it's just another NFT, you know. They're gonna keep making
everybody's
them.
going crazy for ice wine.
Guys, what's the whole thing with ice wine? I don't even know what that is, guys.
I know there was a lot of we got a lot of like question.
You guys trying to get rid of my wine bottles or what?
About wine, saying that there's not a lot of wine metas. I mean, wine isn't a lot of our metas. It's in the stack boxes. It's in one of the parcels, right? It's in sangria. There's the 3 different wines already.
Why are we trying to get rid of wine bottles? I love wine bottles.
Lines versus other content lines that we do have. There's already a lot. It's also one of the higher tier ones. I mean, it's in the highest tier that you possibly have, sangria. So it's up there in the boxes.
Oh, I'm not exactly sure what the plan is, Martin.
Why is hot chocolate called hot cocoa?
Maybe different shapes.
I thought that was synonymous. I've seen packages for both, right?
Yeah, I think when you buy it at the grocery store, it's just called hot cocoa.
I
mean, chocolate is made from cocoa.
A lot of people here are alcoholic.
So it's called hot cocoa. I mean, I don't know all the science behind it. I'm not a hot chocolate connoisseur. I do like some hot chocolate here and there in the winter.
Are we getting the node NFTs this month? And will the guild function be immediately available? Hey, Nacho, I think the plan from the team that's converting nodes over to NFTs, I think the plan is to have it out. Yeah, they said by this month. As far as I see, it's in progress, but I'm not that team, so I can't make any promises. And the guild function, though, that will not be immediately available. That'll be by the end of the quarter, so into March.
End of March.
Yeah, last I heard they were still on track with nodes as NFTs. I'll try to get us an update for that soon, but it should.
I mean, that's lovely to hear, guys, but like on track basically just means that March hasn't passed. So as long as quarter 1 hasn't ended, they're on track.
For the mocha coffee, just threw it in the chat.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh,
but once it's April, they're like, we're not on track anymore. We're going to have to delay it a bit.
Chocolate.
You know, it happens. It's a lot, but
all right, Lumberjack.
Doesn't really mean anything. So it's a dessert, says Hey Now. And I saw KIBLRAP said that.
Let's see. Up
Discord.
next.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
What's stopping 16,000? Let's see. Here we go. What's stopping 16,000 node owners that aren't interested in playing from liquidating the Commodore World currency? Well, that's not. I mean, that's an economics question, human behavior. I can't really answer that one, man. I wish I could, but I'm not really able to speculate on what people are going to do with nodes or currencies or any of that. That's something I actually take a pass on. So,
yeah, we're here to talk about the game.
Oh, good question about the craft time.
Yeah, fair question, but not for this team. Competition. What is coming up next?
Yeah, so I just posted what the mocha coffee ingredients are in the chat. Someone asked what the craft time was. The craft time is 200 seconds.
200 seconds.
So it'll be 200 seconds for mocha coffee. It's made in the cafe. Cash boosts this week are wool. If you saw from the piece of the starter town that I posted on Leaky Wednesday, there are some sheep already there for you. So you got some sheep to start out with. So it'll be wool rush if you want a wool rush. You don't have to wool rush, but they're there if you want to use them. The biome is Plains East. Got the north and the east edge are both plains, and then the west and the south are both rivers. So you've got 2 rivers right in the corner. No mountain this week, so you'll have to use shallow mines if you need to for your chromium.
Oof.
And there's no salt either. So for your marshmallows, you will have slow salt timers unless you've got salt NFTs. So be prepared to have extra salt. Trade time is 20 seconds. 1 gasoline still. Though I do think we're about due for a 2 gas meta. So brace yourselves.
3 gas?
I think that's all that I've got
Question mark?
for the next competition. I'll get the post out with the full town layout and all of that and all the information shortly after this town hall ends.
You're going to need coffee beans, Richby. So once again, they're generous with the water, but the ocean
And do we have any
is
news
gonna
about
suck.
upcoming sales?
Rachel, you like
yes,
the
the
biome?
NFT for sale this
I
week.
mean, it works for
is
me,
the
but I can still make a no
Barista
NFT build.
Palace.
Oh, they're
That is
talking
a
about the new
legendary
NFT.
NFT. There are 250 supply. They're going to be on the store at 2 p.m. Eastern today, so 11 a.m. Pacific. So it's just a couple short hours from now.
Barista.
250 supply in the store. It's $400.
Oh, right on the spot.
The
That's what I
utility for
guessed
that
yesterday.
is that it adds an extra barista to every cafe. So all of your cafes will go from having one barista to 2 baristas. That doesn't stack at all, so you can't get multiple of them and have 4 baristas. 2 is the most baristas you can have. It will also boost the cafe craft speed by 20%, and that'll be globally, not just local. So you can toss your Barista Palace in the corner of your town if you want. It does not require a road. Nope, it does require a road. You can toss it in a corner somewhere, and all of your cafes across your whole town will have a 20% craft speed boost and extra baristas.
Personally, I don't really
Well, that's
care
pretty
about this
sweet.
NFT, so I'm not planning on
Yes,
buying
yes,
this
it is.
one.
It doesn't cast any shade or anything, so you can put it wherever you want. It's not going to interfere with any of the crops that you're growing.
I'm mostly
I see a
skipping out
question
on
that
the
says, will we get the
copy-related
blueprint
stuff.
for the next competition? And I would hope so. We're doing a pretty good job at getting them out on time. I mean, the actual distribution doesn't rely on us. We just, we set it up, and there's a separate team that sends them out. So, we can't make any promises on them coming out on a certain day because it's out of our hands a bit. But we do our best to make sure that it's ready so that that team can send them out in time before the event starts.
Sounds good.
Whatever the biome
Do
is,
we have any
I can
other
still make a
questions
build.
out there?
This is part of the challenge to me. Everyone's gonna get the same biome, so it's
Win
fair.
budget NFT.
That's the way I see it.
Aluya, yeah, we're talking about a starter pack. Riant, who was in here last week and the week before,
Oh yeah, Kenny, the starter pack.
was saying that he thinks it would be nice to have a starter pack for players, something that it wouldn't make sense to buy multiple copies of. Things that don't
Right.
stack. So that would be kind of a nice starter pack to have.
Effect cards, maybe a bunch of common effect cards or something.
Alrighty.
You don't see any other questions. We'll give it another couple of minutes. If no one's got any other questions, we'll pop right off.
20% off this weekend. I don't think so.
I haven't heard anything about that either. It might be if it's like a whole Gala Games initiative, then I may have missed it. I tend to get pretty consumed with Common Ground World, and sometimes I miss the bigger Gala Games things that are going on because of that.
Nobody.
Moise M. More questions about clay wine bottles, chilled Chardonnay, frozen grapes. Yeah, I think we were kind of clear on that earlier, right? Like, we don't want to tell you about upcoming metas too far in advance, so. And question from Lexel, did you see Ty's, I assume you mean Ty Machine's production monitoring? No, it did not. No, please share.
Oh crap!
All right.
Giving some nice ideas to the team.
Well, I think that's about it for the live questions.
Yeah, it seems to be slowing down. All right, well, let's head back to work then. Hopefully
All
everybody
right.
has a great weekend. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this. Share it with your friends.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here, Farmer Michelle. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Nah, Martin, it would be
And-
unlimited supply. It wouldn't even sell out. I'm think they said that in the last town hall or the one before that. All right, so not much new stuff, honestly. They did address the double payout thing, and basically they're not taking the Gala back, at least right now, because it has to go through legal. You know, just so they don't get in trouble or whatever, I guess. Makes sense. We did find out the craft time for mocha coffee. That I didn't have that info. Okay, so like I said, and like they said, mocha coffee, you need 5 coffee beans, 1 hot cocoa, 1 chocolate bar, and 1 water. Crafted in the cafe. It takes 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Gonna be the meta for next week. Pretty sure the build should be cash positive because the mocha coffee gives a lot of cash. The biome is a plains biome with 2 rivers on west and south sides. The fact that it has no ocean is actually gonna suck, to be honest, but it's part of the challenge. But you know, if you had an ocean, you wouldn't need that many you wouldn't need that many salt fields. At least you don't need a crazy amount of salt. You just need 1 salt per marshmallow. It's not a whole lot. But I would imagine, let's see, without the salts, without these salty from the ocean, I would say you're probably gonna need like between 8 and 10 red timer salt fields. Now I know some of you guys have NFTs to help you with the salty, but I'm just thinking at this from a no NFT perspective. Yeah, that's just like ballpark guessing it. 8 to 10 salt fields. You know what's cool is I think last week somebody asked me what rate do I expect the hot cocoa build to be with no NFTs, and I said between 60 to 80. That was my guess, and I was like pretty much spot on. Like my no NFT build did 59. It pretty much did 60. It was really close. And if you were to improve it further with no NFTs at all, you could have gotten around 65, right? So wow, I guessed that right. That was last week though. As for this new one, mocha coffee, it seems harder, right? So maybe, and we don't get the ocean. Maybe 40 to 50 per hour, somewhere around there. That's my guess for no NFTs. Kind of hard to say, but give it a shot. Try to aim for at least 40. Yeah, Martin, like the compost, it would be unlimited supply. And see, the thing with the unlimited supply ones is what they could do, guys, is they could release another mystery box in the future, even if it's like a cheap mystery box, right? And they could put in those starter pack NFTs in the mystery box, which wouldn't make sense because having multiple of the NFTs, like they said, they wouldn't even stack. So that would be a terrible idea. But I was just letting you guys know what could happen. I don't know. This is just speculation. Ice blocks time, says Reach B. It's not gonna cut it. You're gonna need to do mocha coffee. We got like, what, 13 more minutes on this. In the 40s now, next to Guillermo and Lolo Cabo. Mariana Abreu, hello. Thank you for being a supporter, by the way. And Mariana says, thank you for your hard work and helping new players. You are welcome. Glad I could help you out. Richie, you are the Town Star Wizard. I just had a lucky guess last week. So Salty Saltfield and UFO makes more sense now, says Martin. Well, UFO made sense for this competition with the 3-minute craft, 3-minute trade timers. But I mean, UFO is not like huge in a competition where the trade time is 20 seconds, right? Like, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. But yeah, when it's 2 minutes or longer, I would say it will make a difference. Even if it's only saving you 1 or 2 spots still. Epic Name, is it not the 5th week? Oh, Epic Name, that whole plan went down the drain. I don't think they remember that the 5th week was supposed to be anything goes competition. Things changed. Bukari, hello. Yeah, I mean, Epic Name, the last time we did anything goes, it wasn't even the 5th week, I think. Yeah, I don't know. That whole 5th week thing didn't make sense. But they're gonna try not to do anything goes competitions anymore. They're gonna leave it to votes, community votes on one of a couple choices. And I think that's a much better idea. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, I believe Mariana is a supporter. Yeah. Ives, they did ATG. What is that? Ahead of the game? Or what is it? What ATG? They did ATG earlier this month instead of the 5th week. Oh, anything goes. We're abbreviating anything goes. I keep forgetting, guys. When they weren't ready for the new crop. Yeah, they did it earlier. Kelvin 10, hello. We're next to each other in the Common Ground World Leaderboard. Is this you, Kevin? If so, yes, we are. Yeah, anything goes. Troy Mills, hello. Coming down to the wire, had a bad week, had too many interruptions, didn't finish build until Wednesday evening. That coupled with corn issues, and I'm currently sitting at 1,165. Wow, you really are cutting it close. But with 10 minutes to go, I think you're good, right? Yeah, hopefully they do get that barista, the hasty barista card out before the next competition. I don't know how much it'll help. You know, people would like to use it before we put this whole coffee meta stuff on pause for who knows how long, maybe a couple months. Speaking of which, so after this next competition, which is still a coffee related meta, they're gonna go with a new crafting chain. I think that's what Bitbender said in the head of the game. What do you guys think the new crafting chain is? Considering it's like the Valentine's Day month, right? Like the last Valentine's Day related NFT we had, I think, was the Valentine's Day sandwich gives passive strawberries. So you think it has something to do with strawberries? You guys think we're gonna do chocolate covered strawberries again? I mean, what else could it be? But they said it was new crafts though. Or maybe I misunderstood. Maybe I'm overthinking this. 389th is a scary place. Oh boy. Yeah, Marty. Bukari, looks like I'm 82nd with no meta-specific NFTs. 5th top 100 finish. Very nice. Maybe a new kind of jewelry meta. So Nandor Kiss, they actually did confirm that jewelry is coming back at the end of February, which means that the competition happening after the mocha coffee is not jewelry. I don't think it can be jewelry. Oh, coordinator says flowers, and I don't exactly know how you would like craft stuff together to make flowers, coordinator, but it does sound like a possibility. It sounds like it could happen. Like maybe he doesn't literally mean like fresh flowers, but like, what do you call them? Like coronations? Is that what they're called? Like flowers that you craft. You guys know what I'm trying to say? Is that what they're called? Coordinations? I think that's what they're called. Or maybe you craft a vase and you pick up flowers from the flower field and you make a vase with flowers. Something like that, you know. I actually like that idea, coordinator. I think it could actually happen. I don't know if you know insider information or not. Retreat cannabis shops? Yeah, I think Volcron said that's not happening. Sorry, Rich. Eddie says cookies. I would love that. Yeah. Some cookies. Make it happen one of these days. Oh, Pocari. Troy Mills Pocari is using NFTs. Lots of NFTs. But none of the coffee or chocolate shop NFTs. Yeah, that's what they said. Like chocolate fountain. Mariana basket with strawberries, wine, and chocolate bars. That's a really... yeah, that's a good idea. It's a possibility. It reminds me of the gift parcel. Because the gift parcel is the baguette and jam, and I think it's wine, right? Hey, you guys can't see it. It's a... oh, I was thinking the food parcel, sorry. Either way. Like the food parcel's 3 baguettes, 2 jam, 1 honey, right? So your idea is kind of like that. It could happen. Rachel bouquets. Yeah, basically. Bouquet. I might be saying that wrong. Yeah, Nandorcus. Bouquets. Bouquets. For candy bouquets with chocolate strawberries. Yeah. Some cotton yarn to tie the bouquet of flowers, says B-Rob. Makes sense. Makes sense. Should run some kind of guessing giveaway. Guess the next meta, earn a prize. I thought so. Nah, Rich V, not no edibles. That's not happening until after they make the cannabis related stuff, which they won't. Hey Now says glass vase with a box, a ribbon, and flowers. Maybe eventually, once all the other stuff happens. Rich chocolates and roses. It's very simple, but sure. Rachel, I like the idea of a Valentine's parcel. That is kind of what you guys are making it sound like, and I do think it could happen. Like, we have no idea what it could be, right? So we're just putting out guesses. 5 minutes to go. Let me get top 50 either way. Like, I could have just back out if I wanted to. Oh, Planet Pop's 49th place. But I think Planet Pop's good. Cutting it close again for top 50. Planet Pop. Martin, 391. Stop right now. It's 3 minutes to go, Martin. I think you're good. Bukari, something involving a flower shop and flowers. So it seems like the majority of people think it's going to be something related with flowers. Like, even coordinator said it. So I'm starting to think it's possible that it could be flower related. Like, it sounds like a good guess. And it would be a new production chain. Wine, cheese, chocolate, strawberries. Okay. When you say that, Rachel, it makes me think the table of appreciation they sold on Black Friday, or was it Thanksgiving? Black Friday, I think, would probably see more use, at least from the top players that actually bought that NFC. Watcher, I did okay. Not as good as my position like yesterday. Too many people passed me up when they fast forward. Yeah, you just have to expect that. A lot of people are going to be fast forwarding their town and catching up to you. Like, it's gonna happen. But fast forward is great, guys. I love it. I don't always use it. I actually usually do have my game running. But you know, if my internet goes off, or if I do have to turn off my computer, or if it restarts on its own, it's all good because my town's fast forwarding, right? Running offline mode, so it's great. It's a much needed feature, and I do believe, as they said, eventually they will add a way to fast forward the towns periodically, like every hour, so that we have a better idea of what the leaderboard actually looks like. I do believe they will make it happen. I don't know when, but eventually. Rich roses with Valentine's coming up. You know, last year, Ben or Gala Gaming made a video talking about the what was it? The Valentine's Day chocolate NFTs, which isn't a real thing, but I thought it was so funny because I'm like, damn, Ben, you're probably right. You probably got it on the spot and you had to force Gala to change their plans and just come up with a new NFT. But it would be funny if they make something else that's very similar to enchanted ornaments, and it would just be a bunch of Valentine's Day chocolates or Valentine's Day cards. And, you know, each one would have its own effect. It like the enchanted ornaments. It's very similar to that. I don't know what the effect would be, right? But it would be much easier to trade those NFTs now that we are on Gala Chain. Like, we won't have to go through all the gas fees we did while we were trading enchanted ornaments and enchanted fireworks with people when those released. So I think it'll be a much smoother process. And as long as the utility makes sense, I think it would be an NFT that would sell well. You know, it's up to the team. They want to figure out what to do. They already have the plans for their NFTs, I'm sure. Martin seen energy bill since Russia went crazy. Fast forwards needed. I pay almost double monthly for gas and electric. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So like, you don't have to leave your computer on all the time. It's great. The tweets used this time and worked because I have one extra tractor and logger. Okay. You mean you use offline mode, fast forward this time? There we have it. 39th place. Out of all my recent competitions, this one is not as good as the other ones, but it's still top 50, so I'm happy. I'll take it. That was the plan. And for next competition, as long as I keep getting top 50, I am good. Troy finished 1174. All right, nice. Way to go. Barely making it, huh? Which be kind of like crop bites. Martin 494. If leaderboard does not extra counting. Martin, you sure you meant to say 494? Is that the rank you want, Martin? Are we gonna lock it in at that rank? All right, Martin, rank 494. That's what you said, Martin. Rachel 199. Nice. It's top 225 anyways. I sold my wine bottles and ice blocks yesterday. It shouldn't take that long to load this thing up. To tweet, yes, fast forward worked. Great, that's good to hear. Yeah, it's not failed me yet. And I hope it doesn't fail me. Rich V, one gold rush. Well, Rich V, now that you mention it, do we know what the cash boost is on wool, guys? I know that I know that wool is cash boosted, but do we know the exact amounts? Was that mentioned? Did somebody ask Farmer Michelle about this? But without knowing the values at all, Richby, probably you could probably would want to do either both wool and gold or just do wool. Wool Rush has been around for a long time. It was my favorite, you know, when I started playing, because it did very well. They're giving us the 2 rivers, which works very well for Wool Rush. It's a plains biome. We basically got the perfect start for wool, especially if it's cash boosted. So you might actually be good doing only wool this time. You might not even have to do gold. The tweets manager, 70 per hour with cards. Oh, nice. Oh, Pocari, isn't this an NFT comp? Has anyone announced which NFT? Yeah, Pocari. The reward, in addition to the Gala, is the Hasty Barista Blueprint. It makes your baristas in the cafe move faster. Mariana, 516 with no NFT? None at all, Mariana? That sounds amazing. Congratulations. I would say if you can get top 600 without NFTs, with the current player base and how everybody else is doing, I think you're doing great. So tweets, and all because of you, I was settled with 55 per hour, then you break 59. What is this challenge? Well, you're welcome to tweets. I think I've said this before, but when I make the no NFT builds, I always feel like, man, this ain't that good. So let me improve it a little more, right? And then I get it to a way that I like it. Like once I'm satisfied with the build, I'm like, all right, this is good enough. It'll help people pass the competition. It's gonna give them an idea of what to do. They can make another design that can beat this for sure. Because I only spend like a day doing these designs, guys. You gotta understand that if you are doing your own designs and you know how to properly play the game, and you have time, of course, because I understand not everybody has time. But if you have time to practice, spend 2 or 3 days practicing your design and keep improving it. You're gonna beat the ones I shared for sure. For sure. I don't see why you wouldn't beat them. But I do understand, hey, some people they don't have time to practice, but they do want to play the game. So they'll copy my build. And if they do have time, they'll improve it. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I understand that. You're probably not going to be as competitive, but you know, that's just the way it's going to be. Troy Mills, fast forward doesn't seem accurate on gas usage. The few times I've used it, my gas storage went way down. Anyone else seen this? I talked to Martin and he had a similar situation happen to him. So I've never had it happen. So I don't know what to tell you there, Troy. But you're not the first one that said something about that. Rhino, 1347, too much time spent on the Eternal Paradox. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Rich, yeah, with 2 rivers, Wool Rush it is. I think you could just do a full on Wool Rush. Well, I would assume that Wool's cash is going to be doubled. Yeah, I'm waiting for this to load up. Then I'm just gonna sell some wine bottles, some ice blocks, and then that'll probably be it. Like I said, Town Start Playbook already has the information for not the gift parcel, the mocha, the coffee mocha. What is it? Mocha coffee? The mocha coffee. There we go. And that was the only new item, so I think that's it. I'll write down all the meta info here once the Common Ground World team makes the official post. Once Farmer Michelle posts it. The blue timer. Oh. Right. Did they say when the new biome and meta will be updated? No, Rachel, I don't think they ever say. They try to get it out by today. But I guess they can never promise it, right? The team's basically like, you'll get it when you get it. Roger, I can beat the ones you share just by observation. I mostly just need to practice the cash rush. That is good, yes. Practice the cash rush, guys. I do have some people commenting on my videos like, can you make a full guide from start to finish? I've done that before for a few competitions, but I don't think I'm gonna do that very often. And if I do that, it would be 1 or 2 times a year, because those videos, I try to go in as much in depth as I can, like try to explain everything as if you were a new player. They are very time consuming, and I would have to probably do the whole build without using any NFTs from start to finish. And I said this before, whenever I do the no NFT builds, I do use NFTs like Crane Bots and Ghost cards and Miranda skins to help me get the cash to build everything, because I had to move a lot of stuff around to make stuff work sometimes. And then I will remove all the NFTs. I make sure that they're all off. That's usually why I show you guys why I scroll here. Did I not have that one on? What the heck? Oh, yeah, I remember this. Yeah, that's not important. Anyways, yeah, I won't use NFTs when I'm testing it in the end. But it's time-consuming process to work on the builds like that. But I'm helping people out, hopefully, doing that. There are other ways I can help people out. Make other videos explaining other mechanics in Common Ground World. Like I said, I do want to make more newbie guides, especially before the next May Mayhem comes up, because that's usually when a lot of new players do find out about, you know, Gala games. So that would be a good time. Cecil, hello. Martin, don't ever dare to stop helping. We need your help every day. I'll try to be as helpful as possible. Thanks, Martin. The tweet, yes, keep building for beginners, but I need to say if my trial was not too good, I too will copy yours. I get it. I think people would feel good once they get to a point where they can do a better build than I share. It's gonna make them feel like, yes, I'm better than Dubstep Rod now. It's amazing, right? I think that would be cool. Strive to do better, I would say. Better than my builds. Like, some of you guys do better than my own competition builds. But do keep in mind, I only spend about 1 day on my competition builds. A lot of the top players, they spend the entire weekend on their competition builds. Because, yeah, trust me, if I were to spend the entire weekend, I would do better in the competition most of the time, I would say. But I'm still happy with the builds I make for myself for the competition. I still think most of the time they're very good. There's been a few competitions where I've just winged it. You know, maybe you've seen one of those streams, and you probably get a better idea of what my thought process is when I'm making the build. Because if I already have a plan in mind, I'm basically just copying my plan from the casual server and, you know, pasting it on the competition server, because I already know it works. That's what the top players do. It helps you secure a better rank. But when you wing it, you kind of just have to be prepared to move stuff around while the competition is going on. And be prepared to spend more time on it. Troy says, what would be very helpful is to do a video showing us your methodology for designing a quality build, and then the steps you use to complete a build. You are right. I would have to show the as much of the process as I can. I need to try to do that. I think it would take longer, but it would be more informative. If it's a meta that is not too overly complicated, like there's not too many items involved, it would be much easier to explain. A good example would be cakes or baguettes, even hot coffee, perhaps. But for sure, I wouldn't do it for something like mocha coffee. Decorated cakes were higher, probably. Like they're more difficult stuff. But you got a point. Wager, I would practice more if I could get top 100, but I don't have NFTs, so I don't think it's worth the extra time. I can do other tournaments and make more with less time. I don't have good NFTs, says Wager. I get that. So Dub's build is nice and balanced. I like them. Thank you, Cecil. That is the plan. Like I sold everything I need to sell here, so that's probably it. Benji, everyone liked the content, everyone liked the builds that helps them improve, but no one actually clicked that like. Well, there you go, guys. Make sure to click the like button. Appreciate it. I'm not too concerned about the like button though, but thank you. So Tweets, actually, I think that time spent in Visualizer is better served than in test competition. You bring up a good point, to Tweets, and I have done this before. If you guys don't have time to make the entire build, try to just make it on the Visualizer. Just keep in mind that more than likely, it's not going to go the way you planned it to go, and you're gonna need to make tweaks. So it's a tweaks. First of all, sometimes I feel like I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, but so what I could do is just make a video where I make a build on the Visualizer, because I usually do make these visualizers before I make the no NFT builds, but I can tell you that like 99% of the time I need to make a lot of changes, especially when it's a new craft like the cup of coffee, because I don't exactly know. I'm not familiar with the craft times on coffee. I don't know how many of each building I'm gonna need. I'm kind of just guessing it. So if I make a build on the Visualizer, it's probably not going to be the build that I actually make that works for the competition. But maybe it'll give people an idea of my thinking process whenever I'm designing a build. What I am going to try to do is take more screenshots of my building process for the Dub Fam and Super Dub Club supporters, because I did say I was going to try to do that more often. It is kind of like a behind the scenes perk, but every once in a while I will see if I can manage to make a longer video explaining my thought process for the whole build. But that, I can tell you guys, that's not going to be for every single competition. Cash rush is the most important. And yes, Rich, I agree. You guys, I'm not going to show you a cash rush strategy every single time. I've done it before. I've had videos on gold rush. I always point people to that video if they don't know how to do a gold rush, because the biome changes every time anyways. You can't do an exact copy. You just have to know how to adapt to the biome. But you do want to practice your cash rush, because that's the most important thing to get you started and get to your finished design quickly. So that's a good thing to practice. See, if I share a no NFT build, you guys are gonna have to figure out how to get the cash for it. But usually I'll talk about it in the video. I'll tell you what I suggest, right? It's usually gold, but you're gonna need to know how to do it. Not every single week I'm not gonna come out with a way to here's how to do the cash, copy all this. Like that's not gonna be it. Maybe somebody else could do that, but who knows? Bukari, that build doesn't look very eco-friendly. Nah, this ain't supposed to be eco-friendly. We're saving the world one wine bottle at a time. Actually, I could clear another tile here, but it wouldn't do anything. I don't I can't place a road. I would need to clear 2 tiles. But yeah, I'll have this all cleared up by 2027. They don't reset it. Mariana, I really admire your transparency, sharing your competition buildings. Top players keep them by themselves. We can't even try to copy nothing. That is true, yes. I'll show you guys as soon as the competition starts. Show you guys my build. There you go. And if I end up making any changes, I'll let you guys know the changes. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And if I don't have a build in mind, like I didn't practice, I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna be winging this, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, you're right. A lot of top players don't like to share their designs, and I completely understand why. This is a competitive game. Doesn't really make sense to give out the answer, and some people see my no NFT builds as me giving out the answer. I know... Who is it that always makes a joke about that? See, I can't even remember their name. Yeah, I can't remember their name. But it's always like somebody saying, just copy dubstep rod and you'll win. It's so easy. But I forgot what my point is, but yeah, the top players don't always want to share their designs. Some of them will. I know Math has some people like Camrar. He will show his designs on his Discord, his own personal designs. So there are some people that do share their designs at the top. Roger, no need to show us the cash rush. That part, that's part of general gameplay. Most of the cash rushes are the same though, Roger, you're right. I usually don't practice my cash rush for every single competition. That's why when the competition starts up, I'm always kind of like staring at the screen for a minute and wondering like, so where am I going to place my green forges? Where am I going to put my roads to set up my panners? That always happens, but that's fine. What do I lose? Like 1 minute trying to think about it? I gave up playing the common ground mode a long time ago. Well, I'm still at it. I'm not sure why, Rahif, but maybe I'll be the first one to clear this whole board. That would be interesting. Although I actually don't think I will be the first one clearing this whole board. I do think there's somebody else out there that has cleared more spaces than I have. What did I have in the casual server? I think it was my competition build. Let me go check. I'll go check the casual server. But I think it was a competition build. Benji, I never practiced cash rush. Always is first 5 hours of competition at work, so I just start rush and gasoline. In 5 hours, most of the time will be enough for the build. That's good. Yeah, Benji. It won't be a perfect cash rush, but either way, you can't play the first couple hours, so quickly gather up cash that way. That's good. So I just pull out Iron. A Byron from the pre-summon Champions Arena. I'm happy. Nice. Which one is Byron again? I'm not familiar with him. Is he a legendary? Yeah, speaking of Champions Arena, I bought 2 of the mystery boxes last night, and I opened them on stream while I was streaming Eternal Paradox for an hour. First chest had the 10,000 pay gems, which is the lowest price you can get. I'm like, that's fine, you break even. The second chest actually had the Kate Nova Legendary Champion NFT, which is huge because she's really good. And it's a legendary NFT. So now I'm really happy about that, by the way. You might not be able to tell, but I am. But I'm thinking, am I going to implement her to my team? If I do, I'm going to have to replace Ripple. She's also a really good NFT that I have. Or if I don't implement her, should I sell her? I mean, we'll see. I could sell her, get funds for Eternal Paradox, which I do spend more money on Eternal Paradox than I do on Champions Arena anyways. But yeah, I am thinking about that. But yeah, I'm happy I got Kate Nova from the box anyways. Congrats. Thank you. Yeah, this is my competition build. I believe it's almost exactly the same, with the exception of that I did not put the windmills here, like I said while I did the competition stream. I didn't put any windmills here originally, and it was doing 165 per hour. Yeah, and it's named Hot Cocoa. Yeah, Will Bike. That was that was the person. Marianne. That's the person I was thinking of. Will Bike. And gee, this competition I lost around 20 hours because I forgot to start the corn. Really? What, you forgot to turn on cornstarch or what? What? That sucks though. I always, after I finish streaming and finish the build, I'm always checking it every like 2 hours or so. Make sure everything works the first day. After the first day, I only check it like once or twice the second day or the third day. Well, this is the third day, but yeah. Troy Mills, thanks for all the encouragement and help. Enjoy your content. Signing off for today. Appreciate it, Troy Mills. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Juin Low, hey. Nice to see you here, Juin Low. B-Rob, well, you need less soul stones for legendaries, but they're more expensive in the market. That is the problem, B-Rob. That if I do implement Kate Nova to my team, I need to like rank her up to make her better. That's expensive. I use all the free legendary soul stones that I get on my Zafrina, which is carrying my team. So that's another thing I had to think of. It's actually gonna cost me money to implement Kate Nova to my team. It probably will improve the team, but I could just sell it, use the funds for Eternal Paradox instead. So that's something I'll be thinking of for at least the next couple days. Sabarno, what is your rank? I got rank 39 in the competition, I believe. I was top 50. So I'll be getting a 7,000 Gala reward, and I will be getting the legendary Hasty Barista. I was checking the playbook. Why is it not loading? What's going on here? Okay, well, I guess it's laggy. So I bought one box, got an epic, but it looks good to be honest. I got Kuka. Yeah, I don't know what the new champions do, but I think that's a good win if you get an epic NFT champion from the box. I think Smiling Monster is probably jealous. He sounded jealous. I posted the fact that I got Kate Nova from my 2 boxes. And he said he wanted me to open all his mystery boxes moving forward, guys. So, yeah, I don't know. Oh, I loaded up now. Yep. Actually, the price of Gala is like 0.022 now, I think, but 7K Gala. And yeah, legendary Hasty Barista. Yeah, that's about it. So I do plan on making a no NFT mocha coffee build. Don't know how good it's gonna be, but I keep saying this every week and somehow it turns out good. But I can't make no promises, guys. Anybody have any last minute questions? Let me know. About Common Ground World, Eternal Paradox, Champions Arena. Go for it. Mirandis. Davidson, hello. Hi from Cap Verde. Not exactly sure where that is, but hello. Look it up. Republic of Cabo Verde. Oh, wow. To be honest, I didn't even know those islands existed. That's cool. Yeah, next competition is coffee. Pleasure. It's mocha coffee. So you're gonna need to make hot chocolate, and you're gonna need to get coffee beans, mix them in with the hot chocolate and another chocolate bar, so it's gonna be extra chocolatey, and that's how you're gonna make the mocha coffee. So probably expect a good quarter of your map to be coffee plants or something, and remember, you still need your cocoa, your sugarcane, corn. You're gonna need like a good amount of salt fields because we're not gonna have an ocean. Yeah, that's probably gonna be almost half your map. Oh, and let's not forget the windmills, right? You're gonna need a lot of windmills. That's probably gonna be the other half of your map. And then you're just gonna need to expand your map and add all the other buildings, because you're not gonna have enough space to do so. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of tricky, guys. The next one is supposed to be more challenging than these two that we just did, so that makes sense. Everything you learned this competition and the last week hopefully helps you out with the next one. And I say the same thing for myself. Hopefully that's the case. Juno, congrats on your missed box pool. Legendary NFT on 2 boxes is a big win. I think so too, Juno, and thank you. Bueno, it's coffee time. That's right. Water, milk plus coffee plus tons of windmills. So do I just cut out the roads? Oh yeah, the milk. I forgot to mention the milk. So the milk's gonna be the other half of the build over here. That's where you're gonna put the milk, because you're not gonna have more. Not gonna have space for the milk, right? Yeah, guys, it's not gonna be that easy for the next competition. I actually don't think it's gonna be that easy. It feels like you need everything. It feels like you need double space. But you're just gonna have to scale it down a lot. I was saying 40 to 50. Now I'm thinking it's even less, so we'll see. It probably is less. I'm gonna try to aim for 30, maybe. Like I don't want to make too good of a build. Unless 30 is too easy, then I'll go 40. We'll see. Even if I do 30, it just ends up working out anyways, because it ends up being a top 600 build. But we'll see. The extra chocolate bar is dumb. I actually do think it is dumb, Rachel. I don't understand why there's an extra chocolate bar on top of the 2 chocolate bars you already need to make. For me personally, it's fine because I have the 2 chocolate fountains, so obviously that gives me an advantage. But just thinking about it in terms of the craft itself, I don't really get it. But I'm not gonna complain. I'll take it. Why would I not want there to be more chocolate? I have chocolate NFTs. Are there some affordable milk NFTs? The fancy barns, which will have cows that move faster. Sorry, not these. They have cows that move faster, and the building only casts 1 shade. So it opens up the opportunity for you to make a design where you have these and they don't disrupt your crops or other buildings. So this wouldn't be a good place to put it at, but that's an affordable low budget milk NFT. I don't know if it'll actually really help you. The craft time is the same. Wajer, do you have the Gilded Barns ghost card? Actually, I have a spare one that I'm supposed to give away. I still need to run the giveaways for the common storages I have also. But stay tuned for that. That's all I can say. But yeah, I would recommend the Gilded Barns ghost card if you don't have that. I don't know if you do. That would be probably the best milk related NFT other than Nourish Barns, but that's more expensive. These things are more expensive. They're awesome. It's just, I wouldn't call them low budget. Probably better than the coffee NFTs that they've been selling. So harder competition will be better price because nobody will try hard enough. That's usually the case. So yeah, so even though it's just going to be Gala reward, but yeah, usually the case. Well, yeah, that's all I got, guys. I will practice something later today. I'm gonna try to take more screenshots of it. And well, I'm probably gonna take a break. I didn't get much sleep because I was on the Eternal Paradox, but that's my fault. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. As always, I appreciate the supports. If you plan on purchasing anything from Gala Games, you can use my link in the description of the video. It really helps support me. So thank you so much, guys. And thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye bye.